Here's one key tool that you can use on your first or next property purchase to justify a discount. Getting a survey done. Now, for those who don't know, a survey is a professional report carried out by a surveyor where they go and visit your potential property, do a full assessment on it, and identify potential issues and things that you want to be aware of as the buyer about the property's condition. Now, what you need to know is that it is their job to find as many faults as possible based on the level of survey that you pay for. And there are 3 different levels that come with 3 different price tags. The higher you pay, usually the more in depth that it will go. Now, don't confuse this with the valuation that will be carried out by the lender. That's something completely separate. And for context, yes, the lender will send a surveyor out to go and value the property and confirm that it's worth the price that you're paying for it. But the survey that I'm talking about you getting done is one that you initiate for yourself. One that will result in you getting sent a full comprehensive report so that you can comb through all of the different things picked up and potentially use them to your advantage. And here's how. Go through the survey, find the major points that you think stand out, and shortlist those as potential things you can use to negotiate. And contrary to popular misconception, you don't actually have to send your survey over to the seller side because ultimately you've paid for it. But what you can do is send an email to the estate agents letting them know that after your survey was carried out, a number of issues were highlighted that were concerning to you, and as a result, you'd like to put in a revised offer. Because remember, no offer is binding until you get to the exchange of contracts. The key thing about using this to justify a discount is you want it to make sense. Don't be too broad and generic and try to narrow the focus. And when you put that email together, just make sure that it's set out in a way that is logical, in a way that makes sense, in a way that shows that you've actually really considered what the potential cost would be to put the property in a better position. Bonus tip, it might help if you give them options rather than just saying that you want to provide a revised offer. For example, you might say that after the survey, there are a number of issues that have brought about concerns and you'd like to propose 2 options for the seller to consider. Option number 1, you having builders come round to the property to review the different issues and cost up the cost of repair and then engaging further with the seller to renegotiate. Or option number 2, you providing a sold as seen revised offer where you agree to take on the additional risk in exchange for a revised price that makes sense based on the risk you're taking on. And of course, the big picture is when you are looking through that survey, make sure that the risks are risks you're happy to accept. If you find out there's something like subsidence on the property, you want to stay well away. But if they're much more manageable risks, things which you're happy to take on, then that might be a play that justifies your next discount. And it's not just theory, this strategy alone has saved countless tens of thousands in the least. Have you got any tips on how to justify a discount on a property purchase? Drop it in the comments below.